Hello everybody and welcome to Robot Wars Infinity Inferno. So, I decided to rewatch Robot Wars Grand Slam, and I accidentally ran into the raw cuts of Series 2, which I'd never actually seen before, which I'm kind of surprised I haven't, because it's been out for like 4 years. So I decided to watch every single raw cut, and I've decided that I'm going to rank them all, for like no reason besides that I need a video because I haven't posted a video in 4 weeks. So, I'm going to now post a video where I rank the raw cuts from Fight Card 1. I'm probably going to do every single Fight Card, but I'm going to start with Fight Card 1, because obviously. And, yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rank all of the Fight Card fights. Let's start with Fight Card 1, which is going to be this video. At number 6. So, my least favourite Fight Card 1 fight is X Factor vs Firestorm, which I've given a 5 out of 10. It was a good fight, but in my opinion, I think it was like really, really one-sided. Like, it was good to see that Firestorm actually like coming back after it was good to see Firestorm coming back after their fight with Tornado, and knowing that they do pretty decently in Series 2 against Thor, and then make it to round 2, #spoilers, it was good to see one of their first fight of the series, which was against X Factor, which they won, which I'm actually pretty chuffed about. But in my opinion, there was other fights, especially in Fight Card 1, which were better than it. And so, yeah, because of that, I have to give it a 5 out of 10. It could be better, but I definitely think that there were others that were better, specifically in like the starting bits and at the end. Firestorm vs X Factor was a good fight. X Factor was a little bit disappointing, but apart from that, it was overall a decent fight. Alright, at number 5, it's Aftershock and Dead Moose. Oh, this is so disappointing. This was one of my, when I watched the announcement for Grand Slam Series 2 for the first time, I was so disappointed, because I thought this fight could have been like best fight of the one of the best fights. And now I finally get to see the entire fight, and it's not that good. It's good. It's not really that good. It was a huge upset. There's no doubt about that. One of the most destructive robots in history loses to a box on wheels with a barely working spinner. I think, yeah, that was just... yeah, that's just that. Dead Moose, though, won this fight, which was a huge upset, which is why it's not lower. Aftershock got a beautiful hit on Dead Moose around the start of this fight, and I just have to give it a 5 out of 10. I do think there's others better, but this one was a good fight. Alright, overall at number 4, it's Kipper and 50-50. This fight, I think, gets overshadowed a lot by the better fights in this fight card. In Fight Card Episode 1. This fight was amazing. I really liked this fight. 50-50 was probably the favourites when I stepped into this, when I decided to watch them all for the first time. This was the first fight of the Fight Card tournament, in the first fight of Robot Wars Grand Slam, which was, it was a pretty good fight. 50-50 was definitely the favourites to win, in my opinion. Also knowing that if 50-50 did win this fight, they would have gone through 3-1. But they lost because Kipper decided to be epic one day and beat 50-50. This fight was definitely very close. It was definitely 50-50 overall. No pun intended. Pun intended, obviously. Um, anyway, so yeah, I do think this fight was good. I really liked this fight, and I definitely think it gets overshadowed by the better fights of this fight card, episode 1, specifically the two that are at the end. I do think this fight was really, really good though, and I really liked it. But overall, I do think there were 3 that are better. So yeah, let's just go on to number 3. Number 3. The Tag Team Terror Champions had an amazing fight in Fight Card 1. 7 out of 10 I've given it. So, Big Nipper was on top this entire most of the fight. Down on Kid, though, at the end, absolutely brought it back in one of the biggest comebacks in the Fight Card tournament. Down on Kia was absolutely amazing to watch, and it's good to see them again after their. I want to be honest. Dan and Kia were one of the only robots that I really, really wanted to see the fights, because they lost 2-2 because they lost in the final 6 Robot Rumble. But overall, I do think that this fight was very close, and Dantrum Kid getting the win in an amazing, an amazing upset. No, I mean amazing comeback was just amazing to see. Dantrum Kid, this was one of their 2 fights that they won. Also, not to mention, Dantrum Kid had one of the single hardest fights campaigns to get into the round of 16. Like, what? You'll see when I do episode 2 and the others, you'll see how hard of a campaign Downtown Kid had to go through. They go through the Tide Champion Big Nipper, Rapid, who eventually comes second, Extremist 2, Extremist 3, who win the series. This is all spoilers, by the way. Oh, great. To be so if you haven't watched Grand Slam, what are you doing here? And Terraphobia. But overall, this fight was pretty good. Pretty good overall. Number 2 and number 1 had a very, very tough choice, but I had to give it to Behemoth vs. Gently Does It at second place with 8 out of 10. Oof, sorry. Anyway, so this fight was very, very tight, and Behemoth being a beast is just something that I love seeing, especially like in RW Rebirth. That's a good way of Behemoth being OP. And the Revolutionist, aka Gently Does It, is just it's a good robot. It definitely could have been better, but overall I do think it was a decent robot. Anyway, yeah, Gently Does It doesn't have a specifically easy run in this series either. They have Shadowcat and Behemoth in the whatever. Anyway, Behemoth flips over Crisis. Let's go! Behemoth has an epic moment. Anyway, so yeah, also Behemoth. This is Behemoth's first actual appearance in the entire series, which feels weird because Behemoth's a really good robot, but it's the first actual event they're in. So yeah, but it just can't be number 1, can it? Number 1, my favourite fight from Fight Card 1 is Rapid and Shadowcat. The reigning champions Shadowcat were probably the favourites for this fight. They were powerful, they were ready, and I think this would have been and I thought, this fight has got to be a win for Shadowcat. But Rapid absolutely dominates. And so does both robots dominate. Both robots in different ways dominate the fight. Shadowcat are probably the more controlled of the 2, but Rapid is definitely very aggressive, and it's pretty good overall. Also, knowing that Shadowcat loses this fight, meaning they only get 2 and 2, they're in the and they're in the 6 robot Rumble, which they lose, by the way, means that they were out. If they had won this fight, they would have been through. but they lose, which is incredibly disappointing for them, as that ruined their run. The number one seeds not making it into the round of 16 was something I didn't expect. But I didn't expect Rapid to let it down either. But Rapid then goes on to come second place in the entire tournament, which is another spoiler. But yeah, overall an amazing fight. And there we have it. Fight card 1 is complete. I'm probably going to make another fight. I'm probably going to do a video on fight card 2 soon. Because I need to post some videos because I haven't done any in ages. But overall, what is your favourite fight of the Grand Slam? Also, the videos are unlisted, so you need to go into like the playlist to watch all the videos. But overall, I'll see you later. Good night. Goodbye.